Good morning.
It's still working.
I hope everyone feels as good as I do.
Are you sure?
I feel great.
700 at that.
Yeah, this is my annual MOE day vacation. I'm really enjoying it. Break from the kids. I hope break from the kids. I hope everyone is excited and ready for our presentations today. We have a full morning. We have 8 people, 8 teachers, 8 of you will be presenting, and our first one is Antonio. So let's just, without further intro, Antonio, take it away.
Yeah. Would you like one?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the video.
So we're thinking, so that your sounds clear and your voice is not loud enough. Otherwise, you have to talk really loud.
Let's try it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good morning, everybody. My name is Antonio, and I teach at Pantao Guoshao in Tofim Yali. And I entitled this presentation, A Return to a Familiar Place with New Faces, because I used to work with the MOE in 2013 through 14 in the ETRC, which was located in Pantao. And now this year, I think the ETRC has been moved to Holo, which is a little further away. Okay. So at Pantao, I work with all these wonderful people. Undoubtedly, this woman right here, Principal Mina, she is the best principal that I've ever had in Taiwan. And if anybody says that your principal is better, I call you a liar, okay? Because this principal is awesome. She's going to be like my stepmother one day, okay? Kidding. Okay, and then there's Judy. She's a godsend too. Judy has done like a lot of things to make sure my life was comfortable here in Taiwan. And then Teacher Leonard, he just retired. He was the sweetest elderly man I ever met in my life. He was a great co-worker in the classroom. Okay? And then we have Claire, who was in attendance, and then Teacher Sam, Lulu, Calvin. This is our SMS boy. If you need an SMS boy, okay, you want Calvin. Okay? Calvin is just the man. And then there's Brendan and Lynn, who I only see on Mondays, okay? So Mondays is a great day for me because I have that interaction with Westerners, okay? Moving on. So at Pantao, I have 4 co-teachers. I teach 3rd through 6th grades. I teach an English club, an international class, and a reading, listening class, okay? This is a class that I structured to get them listening to English more than using English, okay? So on Mondays, I'm super energetic, I'm excited, I'm giving kids high fives in the hallway. On the weekends, I am like exhausted and I just sleep the whole weekend, okay? So if you want to find me on the weekends, you won't find me, okay? Because I'm going to hide, I'm going to go to sleep, okay? I need my time to recharge, so I feel. At Pantao, their expectations of me have changed quite a bit from what I was expected to do in the past. At Pantao, one big area that they wanted me to focus on was finance. Okay, so I started learning and doing finance activities that I can do with all my classes. Okay, and I think these activities right here are the most enjoyable for my 3rd and 4th graders. Tic-tac-toe, I teach the target words, how to write them on a tic-tac-toe board, and then they play a game, just have them pronounce it. Okay, of course I demonstrate how to say it correctly. Listen and write. I pass out dry erase boards, I say a word or a sentence or a sound even, and they just write it down on a dry erase board. And if they get it right, then they're 10 different points. Most points, they get candy, okay? And then you cannot beat the sticky ball. They love it. You get, come on, kids throwing things in the classroom really hard against the wall. Awesome, okay? And then magic finger. I kind of piggyback this idea off of what Jean did in a demonstration a couple of weeks ago, where you hold up your finger and you spell the word, and have the students spell the words, and they have to say what the word is, okay? I used to do it somewhat, I used to do a similar activity in the past, and I called it Sparkle. Okay, I never had the students spell one word by themselves. They would spell the words in a group, and the last person would have to say Sparkle. I don't know, kids like sparkles, okay? And then 56, the missing word. I'll give them a sheet of paper, and I will read a passage, and they have to listen for that missing word. There's always going to be a target word, target vocabulary word, or a phonic sound, and they have to plug that word into what I am saying while they're reading the paper. Okay, story time. I love story time. I will show you one in a second here, okay? Story time. I create these stories using their target phonic words, and they have to listen for that phonic word in a sentence, and they write it in, okay? And tongue twisters. They love those too, okay? So this is just an example of me teaching the long U sound in English. I show them the positions and the words where you get the long U sound. You see you get it at the end here, you can get it in the middle with UI, and you can get it in between consonants with UE. So we got loop, flute, soup, fruit, blue, and glue. And then I would create this PowerPoint slide, and I would read this slide to the students. So it would go like, there is a blue flute next to the blue bowl of fruit. And they're just listening, and they're writing it in. And at the very end, they get to share or speak what they understood during the my reading, okay? And then I like to make it to a competition to see who can say one of these sentences the fastest, the most accurate. Okay? International class. For the first semester, I focused only on the USA. I taught them so far 9 of the 50 states of the US. I'll show you a PowerPoint from that in a minute. Oh. I'll show you in 1 second. In a second, I'll show you 6 of the 9 that I taught. Okay? But the second semester, I'm going to teach them more regions of the world. Okay? I'm going to the Philippines with Better Tool here on the 1st of February. So when I come back from my vacation, I'm going to teach them islands of the world, starting with the Philippines. Okay? So, to answer your question, which countries? Here, I use Pikachu to help us teach, okay? So number 1, we started all the way in California. Shout out to Mr. Dave Clark, okay? And then we moved east to Colorado. We kept going, talking Illinois. And then there are more PowerPoints, I didn't put them in here, but Pikachu, he ventures over to Michigan, and then New York, and then Florida, okay? I said 9, 6, okay, I stopped at 6. And we stopped in Florida. Okay. I'm sorry.
I forgot Kansas.
I mean, wasn't there a tornado in Kansas? It kind of swept that idea. I'm sorry.
Texas.
Yeah, and then again, I took advantage of just the concept of teaching international education, and I plugged in, your cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. Okay. And then I focused on, I want to say, general sentence patterns for this class. Because this is not part of their regular curriculum. This is like an extension into what they're learning. So I try to make it fun and stuff to what can you see, what can you do in these places. And I always do Simon Says with this, okay? You'd be amazed at like the things you can do, like a tall tree. How do you teach a tall tree? And they think it's funny. Yeah. And then the arrows, I use the arrows to help give them clear pictures. Okay, and then what can we see? In New York, the Wall Job, Fireworks, Lady Liberty, Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, reading class. I tend to focus on phonics here. I point out these OPs and whatnot. They're recurring. There's something that you're going to have have it ingrained into your memory as you learn languages. Okay, so I use this class for phonic awareness. I have them clap their hands when they hear the op sound. Okay, or you can stand up sometimes. Okay. And then the English Club. This is like the class where they can let loose and have fun and be creative. Some of the things we've done so far was we made peanut butter apples and peanut butter grapes. Some people made peanut butter. It was like this really awful fruit that I hate. Okay, not a fruit, but it's like a vegetable. I can't think of it. I'll come back to it. But we made peanut butter apples. Thank you cards for our teachers for Teachers Appreciation Day and paper snowflakes. Challenges. I believe that my biggest challenge in Taiwan this time around has been me, okay? Why? Would that be my biggest problem? Why? People think I'm so nice, right? Other people would say that I'm like a bull. And I believe that. I'm like a bull. I'm like very stubborn. Like, you cannot convince me to change my idea. When I have something in here, you cannot convince me to change it. It's like, I believe me. And that's not a bad thing, but the thing is, it becomes bad when you cut off other people's, advice or opinions. So I'm learning this about me. So I have been my biggest problem, but I'm learning to become a sheep. Okay, so I'm trying, okay? So I'm a stubborn man learning to be flexible, okay? You have to be flexible when you're working with a co-teacher, okay? Another challenge, these are going to be a little bit more personal, okay? Because I don't really believe that I have many challenges here, just life, you know, a different life, okay? So, the plumbing, okay? The plumbing in my apartment sucks, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's almost there. I cannot understand why the material never leaves, okay?
Thank you.
It doesn't, I'm sorry. So please don't visit me, okay? You won't like it.
Do you at least get running water? Because that's been my challenge.
I get running water. See, it doesn't come out the toilet. That's not the problem. The problem is it comes from underneath the toilet. It's like, what? Okay. I'm sorry. So that is a challenge. You know. Okay. And then,
I'm still having work.
sorry. Another challenge has been the copy machine. You know, you spend the whole weekend creating documents that you're going to teach in class. Listen, I'm not throwing shade on Penpal. I love Penpal. Penpal is awesome, okay? That machine, horrible, okay? There's this one copy machine, okay? And it's like you print 10 pages and it dies. And you're like there for like 4 hours trying to print like page 11. Okay? So, the copy machine. Co-teaching. Some people say that co-teaching is like a marriage. I think it's more like dancing. It's like a certain time where, you know, you have to know how to step, you know? If you dance in salsa, you know, there's a certain time to it, you know? If I'm stepping here, and her foot's here, and I'm stepping her foot, problem. Okay? It's sort of like that. You gotta know how to jive with each other, okay? Because you want to step on people's toes. Or if they fly in a jet, okay? If you're like the main pilot and you're trying to fly to Japan, and then your co-teacher grabs the controls and she wants to fly to Russia, plane wreck, you know? Same. Okay, what else? Co-teaching. So I found out that reflection helps the most, okay? I asked myself the questions, like, what was the impact on the students? Did they enjoy it? Did they learn? Were they engaged? Or, what did my co-teacher need during that lesson, okay? I found out if I asked myself these two questions, that we could be as effective as possible. And in doing so, you gain a sense of respect. Because you got to remember that people, educators, we all believe in our hearts that the thing that we're doing in that moment, the activity, we believe that what we are doing is the best. You have to respect someone's decision, okay? Because they have gained that experience through their teaching career. So that's like that mutual respect, okay? And you should support your teacher in their activity. And if you have a comment or suggestion, you know, just share it to them at the end. Like me and my co-teacher here. I'm going to talk about her very briefly soon. So we discussed before class, or we share those same reflections after class. And those have helped us a lot, okay? And I found that there's like this sense of balance and harmony in the classroom. It's like if I do something, my co-teacher knows that she should be here because we talked about it, okay? So, my co-teacher here is Claire. She's here in attendance with us, okay? And this is the same thing I told our county director. Claire is like the best co-teacher anybody can ask for. It's like a blessing in the classroom, okay? I mean this like in all sincerity. It's like a partner. She gives comments and suggestions that build the lesson plan up. They're not pointless critiques like, oh, you didn't put the in front of the UK. What? Okay. It's like maybe if you have them sit down and, you know, and raise their hands, or count to 3, and then raise their hands, maybe it'll be smoother. Like those kinds of suggestions that'll make the lesson plan more effective, more engaging, and better. So, in the classroom, my co-teacher Claire is the best, for the blessing, okay? And then, final remarks. In your lead, I don't speak to a lot of people quite often, just because I'm kind of shy at times. Yeah, I'm kind of shy at times. I can be an introvert. I really mean it. I am shy. People don't do it. But in Neoli, we have Angel. Angel has been like that person, like a refuge, okay? When I have problems, I can like send Angel a message, like, Angel, this, and she'll fix it, okay? Or she will help fix it. She's been like that ear to listen to like all of my problems, okay? Hi, Angel. Told you. See, she's listening now. So, thank you, Angel, and thank you, question. Okay, and then we have Randall. What can we say about Randall that was not said yesterday? Okay. I was going to put a picture of a PowerPoint in here. But Randall's awesome. And then we have Brendan and Lynn. Like, Mondays is like, wow, I know that I'm going to be able to speak to Brendan and Lynn. This is a great group, warm and welcoming, super friendly. We have Jean and Jenna. What do we start with Jean and Jenna? This group here, we have Jean. If you haven't noticed, Jean is like the party. Okay, everywhere we go. Jean brings the fireworks and the music all in one, okay? And Jenna, you are like her sidekick.
Fireworks, my person with push broom that comes along after the party. I was thinking more the EMT, but. That's good, I like that one.
Yep. And who else? We have Amber and LaToya. They're not here in attendance, okay? But LaToya, she's like my sister, okay? Because we can both speak in Spanish. It's cool. We've both been like through Latin America. And then, what did I forget here? Yeah. Oh, Brenda and Elise. These two are wonderful too. Like people who have like this great, warm, friendly, personalities are so welcoming to me. Okay. And then we have 6 more people: Armin, Anthony, John, Giles. Okay. So this is my year so far. Thank you, Natalie. I love the group that I work with. This is a great group. You couldn't do better. Thank you for listening.